Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're back in Farming Sim 15 and going to take a look at how to make straw and hay bales, and also how to get the cows and stuff up to 100% productivity with the Total Mix Ration. So that's also using the silage that I looked at in the last Farming Sim video. But anyway, before I actually start doing this, I just want to tab over to my harvester and I'll get that started, because we'll need this going. So I've got a nice big field of wheat here that's going to harvest. Alright, I'll let him do his thing, and I've got to keep pressing the tab button. There we go. Okay, so you see I've got my tractor here with a baler on the back. Let me bring up the store and we can see what baler that is. It is baling technology. There we go, it's the big baler 1290. So that's what we're using. This makes the rectangular bales, and this roll belt 150 makes the circular bales. There is a difference between them, not in terms of how they're used, but just in the supporting technology that you need, basically. So like with the bale collectors, I think this one only picks up circular ones and this one only picks up rectangular ones, but this one holds 16 rectangular bales and this holds 8 circular ones. So I'll go with the rectangles. I mean, you can work out what works best for you, I guess. But anyway, let's start it up. So you can see the hay bales just come from grass, basically. So this grass has been mowed. I'll actually get out of this. So it was mowed with this mower, and then it was tedded using this thing, and then windrowed with this thing, the windrower, and that makes these nice straight lines. So we're just going to run the baler over these straight lines. So I got to unfold the baler first, and I'm going in reverse. There we go. So that's got that out the back. I'm also going to lower the pickup, which you see that happen there at the front of it. That just means it'll actually be able to collect the stuff. And then I'll turn it on. And away it goes. And so basically now you just drive over these rows, and you can see that in the bottom right corner it is actually collecting it. Well, it's going up, and that's a little bit of a bale that's still in there, I think. Anyway, so we just drive over this, and it basically, it'll create a few completed bales before it starts dropping them on the ground, just because of how it works. So we've already got one completed bale in there. And we'll just keep driving. Once I've got a few more, they'll start dropping up. And you can see it's a green bale, which is how you know that it's hay, or coming from the grass, basically. So that one's going to drop off any second now. And one row complete. And you just keep driving over the rows. It's really easy, really simple. If you want to practice this in-game for whatever reason, without actually having to use your own resources or whatever, there is a tutorial available for baling. So yeah, it's really easy to find out how to do it with that tutorial. So you can see we've got one that's dropped out the back there, and this next one's going to drop out as well. And you just keep going until you're completed, basically. So I'll just quickly finish doing the rest of these. I won't make you guys watch that, so I'll cut forwards to when that's done. Okay, so we're just about done here. So, yep, that's all of it. So now I'll just turn the baler off, and you can see we've still got a couple of bales like coming out the back of it there. So if you actually press O, it will actually just remove them out of the baler for you. And there you go. So let's fold that back up and put the pickup back up as well. And so now we've got all those bales on the ground, so we've got to pick them up, right? So I'm going to use the bale collector trailer that I've got. You don't have to use one of these trailers. You can just use a more like one of the ordinary bale trailers that doesn't have any collection abilities, but you can get a front loader with a bale spike or whatever and do it all manually. But this way is a hell of a lot faster. So you can see that I've already got some bales on this one. This works really easily. So you just press B, you put it in operating position, and just drive up to the bale, and there we go, it's collected it for you. So this one I think can hold 16 bales, so we'll probably come close to filling it up once I collect all the rest of these. But anyway, you see how it works. So this is really simple to use. So I'll just kind of go backwards and forwards, I guess. I don't know. Probably not the most efficient way of picking stuff up, but you can see you can pick them up even when you're going at full speed, which is kind of funny. Alright, so we'll swing around here. And collect, I think there's only 2 more. Yep. Slow down, let the animation actually finish. Okay, so that is all of our hay bales. So let me actually go deposit these somewhere useful, where I'll be able to access them easily. I'll just drive straight over this big pile of silage, why not? And I should press B again to put it back in operating position. Not that it really matters, like you don't have to. And I actually store my bales up here, out of the way, so that nothing knocks them over. You can see I've got a ton of straw bales already. And so to unload this thing, and I'm actually clipping through the trees, you just press O to go unload, and it'll let you kind of decide where you want to put it before it actually dumps them all out. So you see it's gone into this little position. And now it puts them all in this upright stage, but you actually have to press another button before it releases them all. So if I reverse that right up against the wall, is that good enough? That'll do. So if I press O again, it'll unload them. There we go. And now I drive forwards. Cool. And I'll press O yet again, and that lowers the platform. So there you go. That's bales collected and stacked up. So that is the hay bales. Let's take a very quick look at the straw bales. Straw bales are basically exactly the same thing, but it's just using the straw, which comes from harvesting like wheat or barley, which is why I've got the harvester running on this big field over here. Okay, so after a little mix up with my harvester, which had the straw swath thing disabled for some reason, we're now actually producing straw, which is good. It's coming out the back of it from this wheat that it's harvesting. And so to get the straw bales, it's really simple. You do exactly the same thing. So we'll drop the pig up and unfold it and turn it on. And we just drive over the hay bale, straw bale, whatever it's called. Get it right. And you see it's actually using it's already using that grass that was in there to continue with the straw bale. So that's good. Means you're not really wasting anything. So we've almost got a full bale already. Actually missed a whole bunch of it there, but that doesn't really matter. And there we go. One bale complete. I mean, normally I would wait until the harvester had finished with the field before going after it like this, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So anyway, I mean, it works exactly the same as the straw harvesting. So you don't need different tools for straw and hay or anything like that. They both work exactly the same. So, yep, that's all good. Alright, well that's enough of that anyway. Might as well unload it, although I've got plenty of straw bales already. Okay, so that's all good. Let's actually get out of this tractor, and I'll tab to a different one. Not that. This is a good enough position. Alright. So this is my mixing wagon. I think we will have seen that in the last video with the silage stuff. There'll be a link somewhere on the screen to that video if you haven't seen it and you're interested. Anyway, so I'll move this up here to where all of my bales are, and then I'll get out of this and I'll go back to that telly loader, because you see that's got a bale spike on the end of it, which means it can pick up these bales. So we'll start this up and let's drive over. So we're going to work on getting 100% productivity for all these cows. So if you see the display on the top right corner of the screen, that's actually a mod. I can't remember the name, but I'll put a link to that mod in the description. And so what it does, it just shows you all the vital statistics for the animals, basically. So let me see if I can stab this bale up the top. I'm not really bad at this, so, and the controls are a bit fiddly. Has that actually collected it? Alright, that'll do. So that's one bale, and I'm just going to chuck this into the mixing wagon. Oh, is it falling off? No, it's okay. Alright, so let's drop it in here, being careful not to drop it too far away. There we go. And you can see that there's now straw in there. And I'll put one more in, because we're not actually going to make the Total Mix Ration yet. We're actually going to just do a bit of straw, which works as like the cow's bedding or something. I don't know. We got a collapse. Oh, that doesn't really matter. It's actually easy to use if it's all on the ground anyway, I think. Alright, so let's drop this in the back with the really fiddly controls. Why don't you want to work? Come on. There we go. Okay. Cool. So let's get out of the telly loader and we'll get in this. So you can see that's actually 8,000 units of straw there. So that's good. So we're going to actually drive this up into the cow area. But we're not going to put it in the feeding trough. So I should be able to go just about here. And you can see I can actually press Q to unload. So if I do that, this is all going out. And you see in the display at the top right, the straw is rapidly increasing. And you can see all of this straw going down here into that kind of graded area. So that acts as bedding. So if I turn up my time acceleration, I'll put it up to 60 times, that will eventually go up to 10% productivity. So that's 10%. There we go, so that's up at 10% now. So next what we're going to do is we're actually going to make the total mixed ration. So I'm going to put in 1 bale of straw, 1 bale of hay, and then I'm going to collect some silage. So let's quickly do that. So I work out how to use this. I might just be able to drive straight forward and stab the top one. Let's see if that works. Well, that's not the top one, but it's better than nothing, I guess. My perfectly neat stacked bales, they're all gone. Okay, so let's drop this in. There we go. That worked. Now we'll get one of the hay bales, and again, I'll just drive straight forward and stab it, I guess. That works. Cool. Making a giant mess. I think I've actually got 2 there. I don't really want to. Let's see, can I just kind of flip it back? That works. Gotta love physics. Okay, so let's drop this in. Come on, drop in. There we go. Okay. You see we got some lovely sludge in there. So let's turn that off. We'll jump in this. We're almost full up already. So you can see we've actually got too much straw, but once we pick up some silage that won't matter. Because at the moment it's considered to be forage, which is the hay mixed with the straw. So we need the one more step to make it TMR. I think you can actually make the mixed ration without the straw, but then they may not make manure or something. I don't really know. I'm not 100% sure on that. Anyway, so let's turn on the mixing wagon and we'll collect a little bit of silage. And we want to try and get, you see the mixing ratio, how the hay is a blue line? We want the silage to be a blue line as well, and the straw. So we'll collect a bit of this. There we go. It's going good. A little bit more. Okay, and now we've got total mixed ration. So that's how you make that. And we're at 94% full, so this is going to feed those cows for a while. I'll actually turn off the mixing wagon too, we don't need that turned on anymore. So I could unload it here. I'm not sure what difference that makes. I'm actually going to unload it up here at this feeding trough thing. And you can see the feeding trough mixed in the top right corner is rapidly increasing, and the productivity has gone up to 100%, which is perfect. That means our cows are going to create lots of milk and lots of manure and everything. So the milk is sold automatically every night at midnight, I believe. But yeah, so 100% productivity, and that's all there is to it. And I believe we can also use this same total mixed ration to feed the sheep as well, so that they get 100% productivity when they're making wool and everything. That's a long way away, though, on the map. If I can bring up the map. Yeah, the sheep are up in like the top right corner or something, so I'm not going to drive all the way up there. But anyway, so yeah, 100% productivity on the cows. So it's all pretty simple, but it's kind of one of those things that you need to know how to do, otherwise it seems really complicated. But once you know how to do it, it all ends up being pretty easy. And I mean, you can see the amount of grass and everything that I've got. That's not a lot of work for this much grass. So if I tab over to one of my tractors, keep going, getting confused. No, let's just drive around this thing. So you can see I've got these 2 fields, one with grass and then this big one over here. This is just to make it a bit more efficient, really. You don't need these fields. You don't need to have your fields really close to the cows or anything like that. It's just to make things a bit easier. And so what you could do with this field is, like, you could have it for one harvest. You could do wheat and you get all the straw and everything from it. And then the next harvest you could do corn and you could get silage from it that way. And then obviously you've got the other field that you could do with grass, or you can just get grass off like the side of the road and all that shit. So yeah, it's all pretty simple really. But yeah, so I think I'll end this video here. So that is how you get your cows up to 100% productivity and how you make straw and hay bales. So anyway, until next time, I've been Vornskyr. I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.